hopefully you can all bear with me. I have a few people to thank right off the bat. I would like to thank Jennifer Kidsmore for suggesting my nomination to Mark Fauser. And Mark, I'm sorry you had to fall down the rabbit hole of Googling me. I would like to thank my mom, Tasca Brown, for nominating me. She has been one of my biggest cheerleaders. Sorry. Throughout the years. For a while, she carried a scrapbook that was like 2 inches thick. It had every article, every interview, every time I was mentioned, every magazine cover in it, and she would show it to everyone. And finally, one day, I was like, "Mom, stop. He just wants to take our order." So in my teen years, she was a single mom, and her superpower was just to make things work. Her motto was, "Where there is a will, there is a way," and to some extent, this has been the theme of my life. I also want to thank my husband, Mark Cornett. We met at Marion High School when we were 15. I can't even count the sacrifices he has made for my career, and that includes moving us across the country several times. I can remember a conversation shortly after I'd won my first medal at the Great American Beer Festival with his mother, and she said, "That was so great that Tonya won this medal. She can mark it off her list." And he said, "Mom, really, do you think she's going to stop at one?" Last year I won my 20th medal. So this week I did a radio interview with Tim George at WBAT, and he asked me what the most memorable part of going to Marion High School was. And I said, "We had so much fun, so much fun. I loved high school. I've talked to so many people where they say high school was the worst time of their life, and it was the best time of my life. We had so much fun." And the relationships that developed in high school I still have. A lot of our friends today are friends that we ran around with in high school. But I felt like he wasn't really stoked about my answer. He wanted specifics and teachers and academics, and I was really regretting not looking over a yearbook before I left. But you know, I graduated in '87. We had the dream team. We had giant pride. When I was in junior high, we used to go to the games, and we'd sit way up top, and we really just went there to watch the cheerleaders. But we watched the game too. Then once we got to high school, the dream team came together, and all of a sudden the bleachers were full. It was more than a team. I saw how it changed the community, and yes, there was academics, and that was important, but we had this amazing experience that kind of overshadowed everything else. And last night I talked to a few friends who also graduated with us, and I said, "What is your favorite memory from high school? What was it that you take away?" And every single one of them said, "We had so much fun." So I didn't feel so bad about my answer. But basically what this did was it implanted an expectation of success for me. When it came time for college, I had already come to terms with the fact that I wasn't going to be going. We couldn't afford it, and financially it just wasn't an option. My counselor called me to her office and she said, "So, what's your plans for college?" And I said, "I don't have any, I'm not going." And she said, "But you've taken all these college prep classes and you just took the SAT. And I said, "But we can't afford it." And she said, "I really want you to think about college." And so she said, "Come back in a couple weeks." And when I came back, she had found out that Ball State offered a 60% paid tuition for me. And she also had information on grants. So the underlying will provided a way. She provided a way for me to make that happen. I was able to work my way through college, and within 3 years after college, I had paid my student loans. So Tim was right about that there's more than fun about high school and Marion High School, but there's also more than academics. I left with a feeling that I could do anything. It never occurred to me that when I went for my first interview at H.C. Berger Brewing Company, that a woman couldn't be a brewer. I have stacks of articles that talk about me being a female in a male-dominated industry. In fact, every single article from 2006 until just recently focused more on my gender and my accomplishments. And it's always interesting to me that people are surprised that a female can be successful in this industry. When you taste a beer, can you tell if it's made by a woman or a man? Marion High School set the stage for me to never stop learning. It prepared me for college, it prepared me for life, and it continues to drive my career. Thank you, Marion High School, for laying the foundation for success. Congratulations to the other inductees. It's been a truly humbling experience to be with this group, and I hope that they continue to inspire others. And especially thanks to the induction committee for actually thinking that I'm worthy of this honor. Thank you.